Hello guys, here is Maksym Khirnyy from Mondlicht Studios, and today I would like to talk just a little bit about this project. We have here three pictures, and first one, second one, and third one. So it was three different scenes, but quite the same setting. So we started with looking for moods, and we took for colors we took this Star Wars screenshot, and this picture should have a dynamic like in this picture. So it should be really fast. So that's why you can see also a lot of motion blur here. So let's start with the first scene. So it's quite simple setup. It's just like some rocks on the rod, and nothing special here, and animated cars. So I animated just some dummy. I mean this one here and this one here, and also I animated the cam with the cars, so the car will be without motion blur and everything else will. So, and also rotated the wheels here, so we have also motion blur here. So, but the special part about this scene is of course the rocks. So I wanted to make a really spiky sci-fi, whatever you can call it, rocks. So they really will not look like normal rocks. So it's like from another planet. So, and it's really pain to do this in a 3D Max. You can use, of course, seed brush for this, but the best way I found is to use Houdini for this. I mean, I started with this program like a month ago, and already I did this rocks like in 5 minutes, of course, when you know how to do this. So I would like to switch to Houdini just for a sec, and just take a look, please. This is the dummy what I used to create this crazy mesh. So that means I only need to define really low poly the volume of this mesh, and then to load this to Houdini. So you can see it here. I loaded this mesh like in file, external file. Then I filled this mesh with the points, so you can see the points here. It's really easy. Looks really complicated, but it's not. So don't be scared about this. And then I made volume from these points. So that means you have here such spheres for each point. So you have points, and then you have spheres here. Then I smoothed this in a polygons, so you have such mesh here. I can also show you smooth and shaded. It's still volumes. So, and then convert this to mesh. So now you can see how smooth it really is. And then I adjust this with the mountain modifier. So, and then you have something like this. And the best thing about Houdini, it's all procedural. So that means when I take another rock, like here, maybe, wait a second, so like here, also the same, right? And then put exact the same modifiers here, and then you have this kind of structure. So I think it's brilliant. So then, of course, I exported this as FBX back to Max, and here, of course, I deleted all the unwanted polygons. So You can see it here because it's a lot, right? So, and you don't need them. And then actually also don't care about material and texture, how it looks like, because it's all motion blurred. So that means you can see it here. It's really not correct, everything. So, but it doesn't matter because it's all motion blur. So just some rock material, and and then you have such setting. And because of the motion blur and camera movement, you get such crazy picture. And also different lighting, so the light comes from here, so we can see it. So it goes through the spikes and to the car, and also makes shadows here. So it's actually it's the same scene here. So, but the third shot was a little bit complicated. So I can show it here. We wanted also to have a little bit more details on the floor, because another shots we had. Wait a second. We had a really flat. Flat floor, so you cannot see any details anyway. So here we're looking a little bit from the top, and we wanted to have some details here. So for this I used multiscatter objects, so like such stones, to get more details, and also used V-ray displacement for this. So just composite map with some noises, and like this, and so you get some just extruded some details, and with motion blur it will be cool anyway. So you got such details. So we also played here a little bit with light, so light should come from top, and also, so you can see it here, one big light from behind, and also from this light we made environment light for this, so you can see the light coming through the rocks. So, and also of course used Houdini to make those crazy models, and those guys I used just for just so the light will not come through. So I needed here all black. So this is all about this thing, and yes, let's go to post-production. So post-production was done by Rainer Reber, and here how it was done. First we have sky here, then the rod, how it was rendered. Then we decided to make a little bit more light on the rod itself, and also put light effects, so it will see like more movement on it. Then the cars come in the game, and playing car, then comes reflection, a little bit less reflection, then comes a little bit more dirt here, so you can see it, and then comes more fake reflections, a little bit more contrast on the reflections, then a little bit more dust here. So contrast should be there but not behind. Then a little bit more contrast on the car itself. Then also a little bit more light effects here. So, and then comes effects. It's quite simple ones, just optical flares, what we put all together and place them in the right position. Then comes the look, really contrasty, and then more look with the with vignettierung and also with a little bit more noise. So the second picture also quite simple, light on the rod, flying dust here, so it will be also really really motion-like picture. Then comes a car, a little bit post-production on it, dirt, reflections, ambient occlusion, also more contrast, a little bit playing with the colors of the car, also a little bit more post-production here, add more light, and also this hot spots effects. And then comes a little bit more dirt on in environment. We decided to make this upper right part darker, so you have more contrast to the left side. Then comes the flares, and next one is look, and then a little bit more details and noise. So then we're coming to the picture number 3. This is how it was rendered from V-Ray, and then comes a little bit vignette here, and a little bit more contrast there, curvature, the light, more light, special light on this place and this place. Then comes God rays and fog. Then more special effects for the movement with motion blur, and more dust on this place. So then comes the plain car with dirt. Then comes reflections, ambient occlusion, a little bit more fog, so it will be not so cutted out, and more reflections. Then more special effects to enhance the movement of the car, also here. Then a little bit more dust. Then comes look, and the last one is noise. So this is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. See you.